Did you know that Etsy listings that feature videos get twice as many orders than listings with just photos? It says it right here when adding your mockups on Etsy. Having a video in your listing will catch more eyes in the search results as it'll automatically play when hovered over. And less than 28% of sellers have video in their listings. You might be thinking, well, that's because videos are hard to make. Hey, I'm Leah, and I'm here to show you that it can actually be easier than you think.
Ready and action!
Etsy has a 15-second limit on the video length, so it's short and there's no audio, so you don't need to worry about music or sound. Videos can showcase your product from a variety of angles, convey scale, and highlight unique aspects of the design or material that photos alone might not be able to do. If you offer variations like different colors and sizes, this can also be demonstrated in one video. Also, they can simply make your products look amazing. By the way, this video I made in Canva. For apparel, videos with models help clearly show movement of the item or how it fits. For accessories, like bags or purses, showing the inside highlights hidden features and capacity. Plus, this gives you the opportunity to style your products with other items in your shop, like a hat, to encourage multi-item orders. Excited to unleash the power of video? Because now we're getting to the fun part of actually making our videos. Creating your video in Canva is probably one of the easiest and cheapest options, as you can simply upload your mockups to Canva and animate the pages to showcase your product. And this can all be done with the free version of Canva. So we're gonna start in Canva, and we're gonna start by creating a design. And I'll do a custom size, and I'll just do 2,700 by 2025. Now, Etsy recommends that you have at least 2,000 pixels for the shortest edge of your picture. Once you have your blank template open, we can simply drag and drop in our mockups. And once they've all uploaded them, we're gonna take each picture and add it to a new page. So we can simply select either duplicate the page, or we can just add a page here. And we can drag and drop each picture to its own page. Okay, now that you have each picture on its own page, we can either set the picture as the background of the template by right-clicking and selecting Set Image as Background, and we can double-click it to readjust it if we want to, or we can decide, we can detach it, we can actually change the background color to something a bit more neutral if we want. So we'll resize our image to have it fit kind of our blank template, and we can crop it to be more of a square if we want by double-clicking and dragging any of the corners. I'm gonna resize it now so it fits this page a little bit better and we don't have too much negative space. So negative space will be any of these blank areas around here. Any white spaces, no designs, no text, just something like that. We don't want too much blank space. Now again, our focus is on the t-shirt, of course, but if we don't want to chop our kid's head off, we can double click and position this a little bit into the frame that we want and hit enter. So we'll go ahead and do that for each picture. And so you'll notice I changed the background color here, again, to match the first page. We can do that for all of the pages at once by clicking Change All here. Okay, once we've set all of our pictures to the size that we want, we can start animating. We'll find the Animate button up here in the top toolbar. If we click it, we can choose to animate either just the photo or the entire page. Now, since I have kind of a neutral background here, I'm only going to animate the photos. If we hover over our animations here, we can actually see a preview of what that would look like. So I'll just take a look at some of our options here. We have some more basic options. We have some more kind of fun, crazy options. And we have some different effects. I'll keep kind of a nice, simple one. Now, once you've chosen, if you have the Pro version, you actually have the option to change the speed. But since we have the free version for now, we can't do that. You can choose to have that fade option either on enter of the picture or on exit. Now, since I'm gonna be going from one picture to the next, I'm gonna choose to animate it on both. Now, if we go to our next picture, we can do the same thing. And we'll go through and do that for each picture. Okay, I've animated all of my pictures, and we can preview it now by clicking here. But we see that our video is 30 seconds long, a little bit too long for Etsy. So we can change that by clicking on our template here, and we'll see this timer button here. This shows that each picture will show for 5 seconds before animating over to the next one. So since we have 6 pictures, I'm gonna make them, let's say, 2 seconds each. That should be enough. And we can apply that time to each page all at once by clicking here. And now we can preview our full video. Now this was nice and simple and a clean video for our Etsy listing. We can download it now either here from the preview, or if we click share, download, and we wanna make sure we're downloading it as an MP4, and it'll save into your folder. Now, if you wanna get a little more creative with your animations, I highly recommend trying Canva Pro. You're gonna have some more options and you're gonna be able to do a little bit more. Also, they have a 30-day free trial. So, what we're gonna start with now is in the Printify mockup generator, we're actually gonna download the mockups from here. Now, in the bottom left corner, you'll actually see a button to download the mockup. And we're actually going to do that for each color. So I've gone ahead and actually pre-downloaded all of those so we don't have to sit here. But once you have them all downloaded, we can upload those into our Canva Pro template. And we're gonna drag and drop all of them in at once into Canva Pro. And similarly to last time, I'm gonna add each hoodie to a new page. Okay, and now we have to remember we have a white background on each of our hoodies. So I'm gonna go through and remove the background from each picture. We've removed all of our backgrounds, and now we're gonna start to have a little bit more fun here. I don't want all my hoodies to be just on a plain white background, so I'm gonna change the image here. And you can search kind of whatever you want, whatever fits your niche or style. So I'm gonna try here with a wooden table, which I've already looked for before, and I'm gonna look for photos because I want it to be more realistic. If this doesn't fit with your style, your niche, you can use whatever background you want. So I kind of like this dark wooden background here, so I'm gonna choose this as my background image. And the easiest way to do this, I'm simply going to set the image as the actual background itself. Before I show you what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of explain it. I'm gonna work on animating one element or one hoodie at a time, and I'm gonna kind of add those all together. So in the end, each hoodie, I have 6 different colors here, will kind of appear one at a time. And this video will help me showcase the 6 different colors that I offer. Okay, so we'll start with this gray hoodie here. We removed the background, which also removed the shadow from that hoodie. So I'm actually gonna add a little bit of a shadow back just to make it a little bit more realistic. And we can do that by clicking Edit Photo. And under Effects here, we see Shadows. So I'm just gonna play around with the different shadows to see kind of which one looks the most realistic. We've got our first hoodie on here. We're gonna animate only our first hoodie by clicking Animate. And again, we have some different options here. We have some more basic options. We have some more kind of exaggerated ones. I like the more basic options, and I'm gonna try this one here. And we can, again, choose whether we want it to rise in both on the entrance and exit of the element, or we can do them separately. I'm gonna choose only on the entrance of the element because I'm gonna be stacking my other hoodies on top of this, and I want this one to stay so all 6 of them show at once. And since we have the Pro version, we can actually change the speed of the rise in, and we can also change the direction of it. Now, I'm actually going to download just this first page as a photo. Okay, we'll go download. Again, we're gonna do just the first page here and make sure we change this just to a standard JPEG. We're gonna save it as a video only at the very, very end. Now we can drag this image into Canva. My image now from page 1 here will actually become the background of page 2. So once we've uploaded that, we will right-click, and I'm going to replace background, or you can set image as background if you have that option. And now you'll see that my gray hoodie is the background for our next hoodie. And so I'm gonna add this kind of tan hoodie. I'll position it a little bit, maybe rotate a little bit. I don't want my hoodies to be kind of perfectly folded, a little bit more natural. And I'm also gonna add a shadow to this one. So I'm gonna add small shadows to each hoodie, again, so they look a little bit more realistic, maybe as if there's kind of a light coming from there. I'll do that by clicking Edit Photo and finding shadows. And I'll continue doing this kind of drop shadow. Okay, I like that. Now, once we have it positioned, have the shadow set, we can animate this element. And we're gonna do the same exact animation that we did on page 1 with the gray hoodie, just for consistency. And now I'm going to, again, download only this page, page 2, with the 2 hoodies, so I can upload it as an image and make it the background of my next page. And so I'm gonna keep repeating this process for each colored hoodie so that by the end we show all 6 hoodies showing up one at a time. So I've gone through and done this for all 6 hoodies. I've added shadows to them, I've added animations, I've removed the background. Now we are almost ready for our final video. But if we go to preview, we can see that it's 30 seconds long, which we know is too long for Etsy. So we see a little timer here at the top that says 5 seconds. This is 5 seconds per animation or per page. So I'm actually gonna change that. We have 6 hoodies. I'll make it about, let's say 1.5 seconds for each, and I'm gonna apply that to all the pages. And now we can see our video is only 9 seconds long. So let's take a preview. And so this is a really good way to showcase all the different colors that you offer in one video, one simple video. And this is really cool, especially if you don't want to order samples of every single variant. And so we will now download this and make sure again that we're saving it as an MP4. And voila, we've got a lovely video showcasing our 6 different colored hoodies. There's no doubt that smartphone cameras have gotten really, really good. So good, in fact, that Apple's keynote event in 2023 was filmed completely using an iPhone. So yeah, your smartphone is more than capable of shooting an Etsy listing video. And I can show you how. But before pressing that record button, we've got to set the scene. First, we are going to set our stage. We want to keep neutral background colors like whites, grays, blacks, so that our product really stands out. This is especially important for those mobile shoppers because our phones are quite small and we really want our product to pop out more than the others. I also really like this kind of lifestyle setting because it evokes more emotion from your customers as opposed to kind of a plain white background mock-up. Now, we're gonna prep our phone. First thing we wanna do is make sure that we have enough storage. And we wanna have at least 2 gigabytes of storage available. We wanna make sure our battery is charged enough. Trust me, take my word for it, it's super annoying when you get that pop-up notification that your storage is full or your battery dies mid-shoot. We also wanna check our camera settings, and we can do that by simply typing camera in our settings, and you'll see record video. Now, we want ours to be at least 1080 pixels by 30 FPS or frames per second for the best resolution. All right, we have set our stage, we've prepped our phone. Let's talk a little bit about lighting now. The best option will be natural, soft lighting, kind of from the side for an illuminating effect. But if that's not an option, we have actual lighting. Now, we can have harsh lighting from the front, from the back, which is what we have, and that can cause a lot of shadows. Now, depending on your scene, your style, it might work, but for other staging, it might not work so much. So play around a little bit, see what works best for your product and style. So we're almost ready to record. Couple more things. We want to make sure we're recording horizontally so we can avoid having those two vertical black bars on the sides of our videos, and we want to stabilize our camera for the most professional look. Now, if you have a tripod, that'll be ideal, but it's not totally necessary. You can use a stack of book if that works, or if you're completely unprepared like me, you can just try to have really steady hands. I've recorded my video, but we're gonna clean it up just a little bit in our photos. So we'll find the video and click edit. And I'm actually going to trim it a little bit, crop it, so it meets that 15-second mark. We can do that by dragging this slider. We can also choose which parts of the video we want. And once we're in our time limit, we can click done. Okay, and I also recommend not really adding any filters or changing the colors too much because we want the best representation of the actual product. Now, if you'd rather focus your efforts on other aspects of your business, you can simply buy a video mockup from places like Etsy, Shutterstock, Placeit, anywhere that you would buy your regular mockups. I've actually gone and bought one on Etsy, and you can upload that in any design software of your choice and then just add your design to it. I'm gonna do mine in Canva, and it's in the free version. So I have my video in the Canva template, and I'm gonna set it as the video background so I don't have any blank spaces, any white around the edges here. Now, once you have that, you can simply add your design. Now, there is a little bit of a limitation with this. The actual video and the product will still be a still shot. The product itself won't be moving, but there will be videos, so other kind of moving elements, it will still be kind of attention grabbing in those search results. Okay, and we can actually preview it here. Okay. And you'll notice our video is just over that 15-second limit, but we can actually crop it just a smidge here. You can crop it if you want it 10 seconds, that's fine. We'll do about 10 seconds. And easy as that. So same as before, we're simply going to download it. And again, make sure we're saving as an MP4. And that's it. You've got an easy video mockup. Alternatively, you can let someone else do the work completely for you by hiring a freelancer. Sites like Fiverr are filled with talented individuals looking to give you precisely what you need. And lastly, a little POD birdie told me that coming in 2024, you'll be able to download and add video mockups directly from Printify. Now, was that too painful? I hope not. But remember, good things come with a little bit of practice and patience, and we're here to help every step of the way. Let us know your experience with making videos and which of these methods you're ready to try in the comments. Then like this video and be sure to subscribe for the latest action in Printify.